Welcome to the weird side of history. History isn't just about battles and treaties. Sometimes it's about the weird, the wacky, and the downright unbelievable. From bizarre fashion choices enforced by law to punishments that would make your skin crawl, the past is littered with head-scratching legal oddities. Today we're diving into 19 historical laws so strange, you'll think we made them up. Buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride through the absurd side of history. You might want to bring a helmet because some of these laws are truly mind-boggling. In ancient Athens, Draco's laws were so harsh, they made stealing a cabbage punishable by death. Hence, the term draconian. Believe it or not, it's still technically illegal to wear a full suit of armor in the British Parliament. Several places, including Langergar, Spain, and Longyearbyen, Norway, have outlawed dyeing within their city limits. In a bold move to push Russia towards modernization, Peter the Great introduced a rather peculiar decree, a beard tax. Yes, you heard that right. Anyone who chose to keep their beard had to pay up. This was Peter's way of encouraging the adoption of Western styles and grooming habits among his people. Now let's travel back to Norman England, where slanderers faced a unique form of public humiliation. If you were caught slandering, you'd be made to hold your nose in the marketplace. This act served as a stark warning, and a rather embarrassing one at that, deterring others from spreading falsehoods in the community. Ancient Rome wasn't just about gladiators and emperors, they took their clothing seriously too. The authorities imposed strict clothing regulations, and even went as far as banning public feasts to maintain social order. It seems that even in ancient times, fashion could make or break the rules of society. Contrary to popular belief, mince pies were never actually banned in England. Oliver Cromwell just frowned upon Christmas celebrations in general. In England and Wales, the monarch technically owns all fishes royal, including whales and sturgeons, found within 3 miles of the shore. In 15th century Chester, England, Welshmen were forbidden from entering the city after sunset. Now that's just unneighborly. In Scotland, an unusual yet ancient practice once allowed for the prosecution of individuals even after their death. This peculiar legal procedure highlights a fascinating aspect of Scottish legal history. Imagine a celebration so important that not participating could cost you. In England, celebrating Guy Fawkes Night was once not just a tradition, but a compulsory event, with fines imposed for those who chose not to partake. Remember. Here's a quirky piece of legislation from Scotland. It was actually illegal to be drunk while in charge of a cow. Makes sense, to be honest. It's a law that certainly paints a vivid picture of historical Scottish priorities. Moving on to a peculiar piece of folklore. There's no actual evidence to support the claim that Danes have a legal right to hit Swedes with sticks. This tale seems more like a quirky myth than a fact. Now let's delve into a curious law from 16th century England. Back then, men were legally required to wear woolen caps on Sundays to support the wool industry. It seems like a rather unconventional method to boost a sector, doesn't it? Heading over to California, where a rather unusual law exists. It's illegal to eat a frog that died in a frog jumping contest. It's a shame, really. Think of the wasted frog legs. This law certainly raises eyebrows and perhaps a few chuckles. In Milan, Italy, smiling was once mandatory, except at funerals and hospital visits. Try enforcing that one. The myth that pregnant women can legally relieve themselves in a policeman's helmet is just that, a myth. King Edward II banned football in 1314 because it was considered too rowdy and disruptive. And you thought modern football was intense. In England, it's illegal for a pub landlord to allow drunkenness on their premises. Good luck enforcing that one. From the truly bizarre to the surprisingly sensible, these laws remind us that what might seem logical in one era can become utterly absurd in another. They offer a glimpse into the ever-evolving nature of societal norms and the often humorous attempts to regulate human behavior. Which law did you find the most bizarre? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating dives into history.